Let's look at this a little bit more of this stupid story they got going. They've given out way too much information way too fast on a plane crash. Okay? They don't go down like that. It takes weeks and weeks and weeks for the NTSB, that's the National Transportation Safety Board, and the FAA to go in and look at. They take the pieces and they try and reconstruct the plane in a hangar as a rule. Okay? So this is kind of like 9/11, where they already had to figure out who was behind it and where he was hiding and all of that shit because it's got too many holes in it. Okay? I mean, there's one real big one right below, and I'll get to that in a second. It's too much stuff. Okay, how do they know that he did all of this stuff? Was he on the radio going, hey, I'm trying to turn the thing and it won't open? This cracks me up here. Look at this. Look at this here. Cockpit doors. Unlocked, locked, and normal. I don't know, man. I've flown airplanes and I've driven in cars for a long, long time. And you've got two choices, locked and unlocked. I don't know what normal is. It's either locked or it's unlocked. What would be normal? I don't follow that. That's bizarre to me. That doesn't make any sense. Now, here's where you have to start using your critical thinking. So, you got the colors of the airplane right here, and we know that these colors represent something. I've narrowed it down. They use these colors when they're talking about Saturn. They use these same colors in all the fires that they've shown in all the stories that have to do with these fires that are breaking out all over the place. And when you start looking at atomic stuff, they're using the same color coordinations, right? And we know that Saturn's all about energy, or at least stealing it. And so we know that there's vortexes here. So we know all of that stuff. So they were using the purple and the yellow. But what's interesting is in the story here, they're using the same color coordination. Now, even though this is a lighter pinkish yellow, we're using the same thing. Why? You have to think critically. Why would somebody sit down and draw it using the same color combinations? That's just critical thinking. You got to ask why. Because wherever these stories are coming from, it's already preloaded what the colors have to be in reference to the subject. They can't change it. The machine won't change it. This is hilarious. The guy couldn't get in, so he grabbed a crowbar. Yeah, I always carry a crowbar on my plane. It's very important to have one. And when he couldn't get in, what did he grab next? An axe. Yes, an axe is very important on a jet. Never know when you have to put out a forest fire. And then they confirmed that the axe was inside with the other guy. The axe. That's really interesting because that axe is always associated with the Phoenicians. It's a double-headed axe. You've seen it a million times. The unnatural axe. Right? This isn't some dude. This is the new Adam Lanza. He went inside and went crazy. No, he didn't. I saw the wreckage. No, that's just shit they sprinkled, just like they did with 9/11 at the Pentagon. They just threw little pieces around and said, yeah, that's it. That's all we got. And this picture is fucking the best. I want you to look at it. And it's the biggest clue staring you right in the face. And nobody sees it, but it's as clear as day. Can you show me from any angle a shadow? There's no shadow coming this way. There's no shadow going that way. There's no shadow going this way. And there's no shadow coming this way. And even if the sun was right down on top of them, one of these rakes would be putting off a shadow underneath of it. There is no shadow anywhere on any of these guys because there ain't no guys there. These are all superimposed CGI bullshit stories. Let's look at this here. Here again. The pink and the yellow. Go look at anything Phoenician. You'll find out that they constantly use those colors. The Phoenicians are this whole thing assimilated with Saturn. Where's the shadows, man? Where are they at? There aren't any. Once again, I've said this before. The news is not obligated by any law on this planet to tell you the truth about anything. They can put any picture they want to and put any heading in any story, and it can be absolutely 100% fake because they're not obligated to tell you the truth. So you have no idea that there was anything involving a jet. The colors give it away. The story is in the colors and in the numbers. It's not in the story itself. And when they try and use a story, they fuck it up because it's not the truth. See, the truth is very hard to break. When somebody tells the truth, it's very hard to trip them up. When you tell a lie, you have to keep filling in holes because for every hole that you dig to fill in one hole, you're leaving another hole. And then pretty soon you got holes all over the place. That's what this is. This is ludicrous. Find a shadow in there. Quiet, Twink, you don't know. Find a shadow. There isn't one. I've seen plane wrecks. You all have. You've seen the terror and carnage that happens when one of these things smashes up. Everything just magically disappears in these plane wrecks now. Because they're not telling us the truth of what's really going on here. But the colors sure the fuck are. We don't need to know exactly what's going on, but we know enough. We know enough to see a pattern that's emerged over and over and over and over again.